the prayer followed by the pledge of allegiance.
Father God, you know why we are here. You know the hearts of all men and women. Remind us today of the urgency of being prepared to serve our fellow human beings in time of need. Help us as helping agents always to be available to the collective, as well as the individual needs of others in times of emergency and when people are in stressful and hurting situations. Give us an understanding of the reasons why we exist and serve. We affirm today, O Lord, that a better community and a better Randolph County and a better America begins with us. Bless now this gathering. May God bless Randolph County and God bless America. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I call the meeting to order for agenda business, public comment. Sheriff.
Richard Tobias. Prior to my accident in 2010, I never knew much about local or state politics, but in the years following, reached out to about every representative in the state and the local level without a single ounce of help from any of them. As the years went by before and after my civil cert, I learned more and more about the local politics of this county, which was mainly bad. When first attending these commissioners' meetings, the only individual that I barely knew was Mark Scott, because we had spoken a few times beforehand. Not to forget, I knew Rob Eldon before he became sheriff, who, where credit is due, has been the most transparent out of everyone. My main reason for attending these meetings was just to start a conversation about body cams with regard to the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, solely because Sergeant Hawkington came to my house on mainly hearsay, where he not only threatened and harassed my family, but had enough nerve to degrade me in front of my wife of almost 30 years and mother-in-law, then finally falsifying a criminal complaint mainly to impress certain individuals. Over the course of the year and several Freedom of Information requests later, it seems as if important pieces of material facts have mysteriously disappeared. Lieutenant Talkington is a product of not only years of terrible supervision, but very poor morals and ethics as well. Personally, I know better than anybody how the injustice system works in Randolph County, where certain elected officials use their positions to settle personal grudges, mainly coming out of the prosecuting office, House of Inequality, and most definitely the magistrate. With the help of Magistrate Dyer and Shepard, Lieutenant Talkington was able to get away with denying me due process. Another thing that has been very obvious in this meeting is the amount of favoritism showed towards law enforcement, mainly came from Commissioner Keesling. You have made the statement in the past about not disrespecting people, but that is all you have done to me the whole time. Just proving my point that there is more preaching and a whole lot of practicing going on in this county, which is the worst I have seen in this state. Not to worry, I am thick-skinned and will not melt like a snowflake, or cry to the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, which has been done in the past by a lot of guilty cowards. One thing about the elected officials in this county is the majority of them are not afraid of hiding their favoritism, nepotism, and plain old outrigging the system to benefit them. I have lived in several places, not only in West Virginia, but across the United States as well. This county by far has the most devious, deceitful, and backstabbing people I've ever run across. Lastly, an officer such as Lieutenant Talkington would be irrelevant in any other sheriff's department. What went on at my residence on October 22nd, 2020 is the main MO, and no telling how many other people he's done this to over the years. Previously, I have told the sheriff to keep Lieutenant Talkington far away from my family, because one of these days he is really going to hurt someone due to him being very unprofessional, poorly trained, and above all else, a huge ego that hides behind a badge. Lieutenant Talkington ruined my record on purpose, and so I hopefully plan on ruining his reputation simply by just telling the truth backed up by 3 witnesses. My offer presented to the sheriff still stands pertaining to meeting anytime at any place where a formal apology to my family is in order, accompanied by a retraction of false statements by Lieutenant Talkington. Until that happens, I will continue to let everyone know how incompetent he is the whole time advocating for much needed body cams, long as dash cams, as well as what happened to my family will not go unseen. By the way, a copy of my public comment has been left with the Commissioner's administrative assistant. Thank you for your time.
Sheriff, anybody else?
Pat Schoonover.
She's on the agenda, isn't she? So we'll wait to the agenda item. Anybody else?
That's it.
All right. Next item on the agenda is, minutes from our last meeting.
Okay, I move that we approve the minutes as submitted from the last Randolph County Commission meeting, which was held December 2nd, 2021 at 1:30.
Okay, motion on the floor is to approve the minutes from our December 2nd meeting. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? Reports. We got anything from 911? Nothing? Kurt?
I'm sorry, listen on the
Sorry.
We had a ambulance strike at Deer Tuesday night, messed up a bumper. It's still in service, and we have 3 paramedic students getting ready to test. So hopefully they'll pass, and we'll have 3 more medics in the county.
Okay, Sheriff?
We gave a test, last Saturday. We had 11 sign up to take the test. We had 6 sign up, or show up to take the test. 4 passed, and we give the written, and we're not sure about the scores on that yet, so that's all.
Brenda? Okay, anybody else? Correspondence, any correspondence? All right, announcements are next. Well, this is the last meeting of this year, not our fiscal year, but this year, but then our next meeting will be January the 6th, 2022 at 1:30 p.m. Okay, items for discussion and action, informational presentation and funding request from Mountain Arts District. Now, Pat.
Good afternoon. Thank you for letting me present today, and thank you so much for the county commission that has kept the county alive in these periods of the pandemic. And we thank you for being here today for when we can move forward in government. You have some information I gave you on Mountain Arts District. We've been here before, and we've had contributions from you in the past. We really appreciate that. It has been as difficult for us as a nonprofit as anyone, not any other business, trying to keep our mission, accomplish our mission, and we've done a lot of things this year that have changed a little bit from what our mission had originally been, but I think these have been very positive. We continue to support a website for artists, and this website is corrected and managed by a local person in our community, so another business is involved in doing that. We also took over a Facebook project in presenting all of our information on Facebook, which really gets out to more people, not only in Randolph County, but throughout the world. And so this has been very positive, and the company LMC has worked with us on that. So we have another business in our community that works for us nonprofit, and that's been very helpful for us. During this period of time, because we did start what we called a children's art trail, now we're calling it a young art trail, a young artist art trail. And if you look around Randolph County, you will find some many various projects of art, and these are at the Elkins. We have downtown Elkins. We have the art. We have. We've also put that in Glendale State, the Glendale Park. There's art there. If you go and you have baseball and activities going there, you will see the art on one of the buildings there. We've also been able to provide art at on George Ward building in Mill Creek, and we have Colton also has art, and this art is coming from the kids in Randolph County that are involved in the art projects in their schools. We presently are involved in putting the art project at Harmon And we will also put that at Beverly, probably sometime in the first of this year. So we're working on that project. We're a little bit behind on that because it's been quite difficult getting into schools and getting that information. So we've been able to work with the art trail. We've had art contests. We started managing those when the pandemic took place. So in 2020, we presented an art contest of kids in our region. And that was very positive for young kids as well as the high school kids to be involved in that. And we also had the same project again in 2021 and had many, many presentations of art from elementary kids as well as high school kids in the region. And that has been a very positive thing for kids to see their art and being able to be paid to some prizes to get to do that. So there was money involved in that. We also, at this particular time, have a basket that's going to be today. They're going to announce who gets this big basket, and this is a basket of local artists who have donated their products for the basket. So we're getting that done today. So we have stayed alive somewhat. It's been difficult for all of us. We have continued with our board meetings on virtual, and that has helped a great deal. We've also been involved in some other art projects throughout the state. We've helped Marlington get some of their projects done downtown. We've helped Belington. There's a new project that just happened downtown in Belington. So we spread out a little bit around the counties, and we try to help the counties in our region, and that's basically what Mountain Arts District is involved in keeping the region alive. And I think we have been sort of successful in keeping the artists motivated to present their art, and also to help small businesses in our community to prosper as well. So we thank you for your support in the past, and we hope you will continue to support us if you can. Any questions?
I don't have anything.
I like in your presentation and your letter that was presented to us that focusing on tourism and economic development, that you act almost like a CVB, so, which is true.
Well, that's what Ann Beersley said, and Ann Beersley's on our committee and on our board, and we do that quite a bit. We have, even from the very beginning, we have supported the entire region and not been in controversy with the region as far as art is concerned, and promoting art in the region for tourism. And there is some of that to look at, to continue to see. I know we've, here in Elkins, because they didn't have the railroad running a lot, they didn't have a lot of individuals here from other counties or other states. We also know that that during parts of the year, lots of people still use West Virginia and Elkins as a place to vacation. And so we hope that the things that we do here in Elkins and the entire area will help promote artists as well as businesses that promote the art themselves. So that's what we hope we can get done. Okay, thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the funding request from the Mountain Arts District in the amount of $2,000 to be taken from the hotel motel tax fund.
Okay, motion on the floor is to approve the funding request from the Mountain Arts District in the amount of $2,000 to be taken from hotel motel. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aaron, did you want to give your report?
I can if you want.
It's up to you. We're going to skip back to where she wasn't here for the reports.
I apologize.
You're fine, you had something to take care of.
Yeah, I had a hearing in circuit court. So I have provided you with the current numbers with community corrections. We have 101 individuals on the program currently. Since the beginning of the fiscal year, we have had 5 full participants, 57 as a condition of bond, 3 services, 1 from parole. We have had 40 individuals complete our program. We've had 34 terminate from our program. We've had 6 re-enter back in the program. I've had 1 individual attend rehab. We have completed 405 community service hours. We've completed 10,200 employment hours. I've had 2 out of 2 individuals complete my domestic violence program. With our participants, we have administered 988 drug screens, which gives us 198 positives, that's 790 negatives. With the community service hours that we've done, we've saved the county $3,543.75. We've collected $10,834. With the regional jail bill, we saved the county $751,928. So a total of the community service savings in the regional jail bill, we've saved the county $755,471.75. So of our total 101 individuals, I have 14 that are full corrections, 64 on bond, 13 services only, and 6 from probation and 4 from parole. Of our 14 individuals that are on the full program, I have 10 employed and 4 on the run. All of our individuals that are participating are employed. So the last paper is our money that we have and our expenses. So far this fiscal year, with our community corrections minus our grant, we have spent $12,656.35. We've brought in the $10,834. With federal probation, our contract with them, we spent $5,250. We've brought in $4,500. I haven't received the last month's yet, so that should fix the difference there. Drug court, we've spent $16,790. We've brought in $24,062.50. I am still missing 1 month, and I got to get with Anthony. He's inquired about it, but we're still missing a month from last year. With DHHR, we just received 4 checks today. I was getting a little concerned, but we received 4 checks today. So we've spent $63,680.29. With the money we received today, we've brought in $61,795. There should still be more coming, plus I've got more invoices to submit. With parole, we spent $40, but we've brought in $915.40. So total expenses minus our grant, we spent $98,416.64. We've brought in $102,392.90, which gives us a difference of $3,976.26. And I just foresee that just continuing to go up once I get invoices done and checks keep coming in. So otherwise, we're doing really, really well.
Thank you. All right, we'll go back to the agenda. Next item is consider signing resolution for Laurel Mountain Wind. We have some people to speak.
Thank you, Commissioners. My name is Chris Callis. I'm with Jackson Kelly in Charleston, representing AES Laurel Mountain. I've had the pleasure of representing this project since it was just an idea, 15 years ago or so. And here to follow up on one aspect of the siting certificate that we got for Laurel Mountain in 2009, and that relates to the decommissioning arrangement that we have with both counties in which the project is located. We had back in 2009 approval as the PSC certificate requires of you and the Barbara County Commission of a decommissioning study, a contractor at that time, and we are at a point where we need to revise that study given the time arrangements that come under the terms of the siting certificate. So we are here to propose a new contractor to do an updated study that will take into account the work that's going to be done under the repowering that you heard about the last time AES was here before you. We expect that work to be done next year. The contractor is Stantec Consulting. It's not the same entity that did the work, I guess, 11 years ago now. It's a different one. We talked to a couple and got some proposals, and Stantec, for a number of reasons, including the fact that they have been working already on certain aspects of the repowering project, seemed to be the right choice. I have some information about them if you're interested, but we would propose that they be approved as the decommissioning study contractor. The way this process goes, once they have done the study, and it tells us whether or not really the purpose of the study is to determine is the salvage value of the facility, if it were taken down, does it exceed the cost to take it down? The whole purpose of this arrangement being that the county commission is protected against, you know, having a white elephant on the hill that's not operating, and, you know, having to find funds to take it down. The initial, back in 2009, study found that the cost of removal was less than the salvage value, so it was a positive situation. I don't know what we'll find this time, but my guess is that's likely to be the outcome, but we just don't know. That's why you do the study. We are here to ask that you approve, hopefully using the resolution that I forwarded yesterday, that arrangement. We will be back when the study's concluded to present it to you and get your approval of it. One other matter that you know, I want to bring up, we are doing some financing work now, and oftentimes it's been my experience in this and other projects, when you start to do financing, you find things that, you know, you maybe should have done better than you did, or should have done and didn't do. We have a little bit of that in this project that I want to bring to your attention. And it comes in two categories. Number one, these should have been done every 5 years, so we've missed one. We're essentially, there should have been another one between now and the first one. I can't explain how it is that occurred, that it didn't happen, but I'm here to tell you it didn't happen. So hopefully, you know, that will be cured by the fact that we do the next one. The second is that there really should be, as a lot of other projects in other counties have, an actual formal agreement, what we call a decommissioning agreement with the counties, yours and Barbara counties, that lays out the terms of the, you know, decommissioning arrangement. I mean, we pretty much know what that is, and again, we've been operating under it, but it would formalize that, and in particular, it would have provisions that talk about what the security is, if security is needed because the cost is greater than the salvage value, what the security to protect the county is. Usually that comes in the form of a letter of credit or a bond or something like that. We don't have an agreement with you currently on that. And what I would request is that the county commission provide us with somebody internally, or maybe an outside lawyer, who can work with us to get that agreement hammered out. You know, there are a number of these in different counties in the state now with, you know, the development of wind power. So, you know, we have predicates for this kind of agreement, and we would think what we'd be doing would be, you know, along the lines of those that already exist. But we'll need to work with somebody, and maybe at the same time we come back and get the study results approved, we can present you and have you approve that agreement as well. So we'll have something more formal going forward with you on it.
Okay, we'll have Brooke send you our lawyer's name, Michael Parker.
Okay, that's great. That's great. We'll, where is Mr. Parker located?
He's our prosecuting attorney. So
Okay.
He does all the stuff for us.
Super. We'll work with
But
him.
she'll give you that information.
Okay, super. So that's our request, and if and when you are able to execute the resolution form, we'd be happy to get that from Brooke.
We'll do it right now.
Okay, great. Thanks for your time.
Want to do a motion?
And I move that we approve the signing of the resolution for the AES Laurel Mountain LLC wind project, and that is for the decommissioning of the windmills.
Okay, well, the motion on the floor is to approve the resolution for the AES Laurel Mountain wind project. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next item on the agenda is to approval of the design development drawings, project manual, and memo for the pool splash pad project and concession stand.
I'll make a copy.
She'll get that for you.
Okay, great.
All right, so what we did, we've met with, the engineers, E.L. Robinson, and, we have the final developmental drawings for the whole project, for the pool and the splash pad. we've added a concession stand, and that's the memo that's on here today we're gonna be approving. And, our first initial thing was just to do the pool, but we're gonna do the pool and the splash pad all in one. So this gives them the authorization to finalize, get all the electrical drawings and everything done, so that we can get, this out to bid the first of spring.
Hopefully, yeah, by spring, get it out to bid and hopefully get started by.
First of spring.
Be good.
Mid-spring.
Mid-spring.
As soon as they get it out, as soon as they get this, everything else done with this, cause when we first gave it to them, they had everything ready for the pool, but we've added the splash pad to go ahead and get it done as well, do it all in one phase. So they're gonna finalize, by us authorizing it today, they can finalize all that, and then everything will be ready to go out to bid, so.
It's all ADA, all approved. They got the plans fat also.
Yep.
We have a copy of the plans up here, if anybody wants to look at them up here on the desk by the sheriff.
And we'll give you a set of it.
So we're doing all this at one time?
We're gonna do it all at
Yep.
one time. First phase was to do the pool, but we just decided just to go ahead and do it all. So this, they had to go back, cause they had all the plans drawn up for just the pool. So now they have everything drawn up for the pool and the splash pad, and this is what we're gonna be approving. This is the final set drawings of it, and that way they can finalize it and get it all out for bid.
Yeah, we figured the Elks would pay for the splash pad, so we went ahead
That's fine.
Yeah,
We'll just take out the whole cover section.
that's where some of this is going. All right, so any further discussion about it before we have a motion?
I don't have, I think it's great. We're getting closer.
Yep. All right,
I'll make a motion to approve the development drawings, the project manual memo for the pool splash pad project as presented.
all right, so motion on the floor is to approve the development drawings, project manual, and memo for the pool splash pad project as they are presented. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so there's that, and the next thing is to get it out to bid. All right, so, next item on the agenda is consider approval. Okay. Consider approval of the funding request from Midland PSD, and I believe we have Ron here to speak to it, of the project.
He's here.
I can speak if you like, for as long as you like, but I think you're fairly well familiar with what's happening with it, by the way.
We just wanna, we've got the paper here, so make sure.
My name's Ron Vance, I'm the manager of Midland PSD. What we presented to the board, or to the commission, is a water line extension project going out Faulkner Road to the Bowden area. And we currently have water lines that run in that direction to the Cheat River Bridge, and this will extend then from that on into Bowden, past the campgrounds, to the river crossing again at the other end of the campgrounds. Initial estimates are looking at about $3.75 million for the project. And so we have several avenues for funding. We have a line item in the budget bill for $2 million with Congress, so we're hoping that's gonna come through. It looks promising that it will come through, but no guarantee on that yet. We have approached you folks for some help in the tune of about $1.25 million, and so we'll see with that, but we're still gonna need to come up with about $500,000, which we're very confident that we can come up with. So with all that in mind, we should be able to get the project rolling very quickly once we get all the funding lined up. So any questions that, that's a real quick overview on it, but any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
How many customers will you go try, you think you go pick up?
Right now, we have a potential of about 100 customers, and what we call a potential customer is a site that has an existing building on it. Okay, there are many sites out there that would be developable, be able to put a house on, that would be a potential customer as well in the future, but we cannot count those right now.
Okay.
Okay. What we're looking at, we have the ARC budget for infrastructure projects, and I think we can do some help this time, and then we get another shot next year too, so. What we don't do this time, maybe we can do next time.
Right, it'll take a good 6 months to get the development done, right-of-ways taken care of and that kind of thing, and then approval through the Public Service Commission. So, a year down the road is certainly doable.
Okay. So if you would get some money right now, you go ahead and get started on the project.
The money right away would be getting the initial plans
Okay.
done, yeah.
Okay, I move that we approve the funding request from Midland PSD for the Faulkner Road Water Line Extension Project in the amount of $500,000, which will be taken from the American Rescue Plan Fund.
Okay, so the motion on the floor is to approve a funding request from Midland PSD for the Faulkner Road line extension project in the amount of $500,000, and we will take that from our American Rescue Plan Fund, which goes for infrastructure projects. All right, so any further discussion? All in favor? All right, so, thank you.
Maybe get started on getting this folks some water.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Yes, thank you.
Next is consider approval of funding request from Russell Memorial Public Library. Is anybody here for that? No?
I don't think we have to.
Yeah, that's already a budgeted line item, and we give them how much?
$11.50, well, $11,500.
$11,500.
So that's already in the budget, so there's no voting action.
Yeah, we already
taken on that.
approved that in the budget, okay.
All right, next item on the agenda is consider hiring of our OEM 911 director. We had, was it 10 people that signed up for that? What was that?
Yeah, we did 10 interviews, or 10, we did 5 interviews, 10 people.
Okay, and we've narrowed it down, and then we eventually decided on Shauna Fox. And, she has, prior experience with OEM and, emergency management and a 911 center. And we are happy to extend this offer to her today, so do we have a motion?
Yeah. I'll make a motion to approve the hiring of Shauna Fox as the Director of the Randolph County Office of Emergency Management and 911 Center. This is a full-time position with a salary of $60,000 per year with full county benefits beginning December 20th, 2021,
What's tomorrow's date?
the 17th.
That's when you need to start. No, I'm just kidding. I think the 20th.
When are you wanting to start?
The 20th is what we'll start.
On next Monday, okay.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the hiring of Shauna Fox as the Director of our Randolph County Office of Emergency Management and E911 Center. This is a full-time position, salary of $60,000 a year with full county benefits beginning December 20th, 2021. Is there any further discussion?
No, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, I got a list for you back in the back too. You guys start on Monday. All right, thank you. Yep. Does this go to Brenda?
Do we need her to go over and, do we need Shauna to go over to the clerk's office?
Yeah.
When we're finished and get her?
She'll have to come over there and do all the paperwork.
Is that okay? Okay. Next item on the agenda is consider hire of a tax deputy. Sheriff, you got a tax deputy you wanna hire?
Yes, sir. I'm requesting approval to hire the following candidate, for a full-time tax deputy position in my office. Her name is Jennifer Roberts. Her starting wage would be $22,000 with full county benefits. And her starting date, if approved, would be December 20th, 2021.
And this is, you've had someone retire, or?
I had someone that took another position, well, she went to work at the health department.
Okay. This is a replacement for that?
Yes.
All right,
Okay, I move that we approve the hire of Jennifer Roberts as tax deputy in the sheriff's tax office. This is a full-time position with a starting wage of $22,000 per year and full county benefits. She'll begin work on December 20th of 2021.
okay,
Is she on a 9-day probationary period too?
She is.
Okay.
okay. So motion on the floor is to hire Jennifer Roberts as a tax deputy. Starting wage is $22,000 with full county benefits. Starting date is December 20th, 2021. This is on a 9-day probationary period. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right. Next item on the agenda is consider hire a forest director. Do you have any information you just want to table that?
We're gonna table for now, we're still working out details with him.
Can we need a motion to table this item?
Okay, I move that we table, what is it? Item H, that's consider hire of 4-H director.
Motion on the floor is to table item H, consider hiring a 4-H director. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Consider approval of changes to the county holiday list for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. We are following the governor, and the Randolph County Courthouse will operate on a half-day holiday schedule on Thursday, December 23rd, and Thursday, December 30th. Per the proclamation of Governor Jim Justice, Friday, December 24th, and Friday, December 31st will remain a full holiday time, scheduled day off or whatever. So I need a motion to approve
I'll make a motion to approve the changes to the county holiday schedule, as submitted.
Okay, motion on the floor is to approve the holiday list change for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, where Thursdays, the Thursday prior to Christmas and New Year's Eve was a half a day, and the, Friday before Christmas and New Year's remaining a full holiday. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you for doing that for us.
We usually follow the governor's lead.
What's the dog's name?
I'm sorry.
Baby doll.
Baby will follow. Baby dog.
Baby dog. Mark's taking care of baby dog.
Baby dog. All right, next item on the agenda is consider approval to sell county property at public auction. This is property that we've done a cleanup on through the, our enforcement committee, and that person turned the land over to us, right? For in lieu of, some amount that we had to clean it up with. So now we are going to turn around and sell the, if we vote to approve it today, we will sell the county this property at public auction. So, is there any further discussion? We need a motion on this.
Need a motion to.
A motion to-
Then if we approve, we have to set up a date to have.
That's the sheriff, right?
He's the auctioneer, isn't he?
What I think. All right,
But there's any certain times if we get this approved, I mean, we advertise in the paper, then have the auction?
We'll have to probably advertise it, and so.
Okay.
so this gives you the authority to do that once we vote on it. All right, motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the sale of property located in Highland Park with public auction.
Okay, motion on the floor is to approve, the selling of the property that was turned over to us at public auction. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Consider approval of purchase a replacement cruiser for the K-9 officer. Ready?
Yes, sir. I got an email from the insurance company the other day that, Deputy Knox's cruiser is a total loss. And, I would like to take the insurance money from that and get a replacement.
So with the insurance money, there's not gonna be any extra cost to the county?
No, sir.
Okay.
Because you're gonna take the equipment from it and just.
We're gonna take everything that was in that vehicle and have it reinstalled.
For half.
Yes.
Okay, I move that we, approve the purchase of the new K-9 cruiser.
Okay, motion on the floor is to approve the purchase of a replacement cruiser for the K-9 officer. This is where it was total loss. We're getting that insurance check, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
this-
We already have.
we give you the credit that we.
And they're gonna pay to take it to Summersville and.
I've negotiated with the insurance company to pay for a tow to have the wrecked one taken to Summersville where they install the equipment so they can uninstall it and
Okay.
run it, and reuse it.
Okay.
And they're supposed to even help us with the upfit, for paying for taking the old equipment out and part of putting it back in. So I have to submit those bills
Yeah.
after I.
This
get
is
it.
just the purchase of our.
This
This is just a purchase.
All right, so you're taking the money from the insurance check to buy a new cruiser. So is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Next item is consider approval of the revised quote for Castor Technical. All right, we're doing work at the main courthouse, for air conditioning and heating upgrade. There's been some, as everybody has experienced, a cost, an inflation cost, or whatever you wanna call it. There's a revised quote for this, and I think it's $18,360 from what we had initially, thought it was gonna be. So, and this is for the first floor one,
Mhm.
cause we're doing it in phases. We're doing the first floor and then the second floor. So this is for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You had to have air, nice air and heating.
Like I say, it's not for the labor, it's just the
It's the
increase in the material.
the cost of it, yes, of everything going up. All right, so we need a motion to approve the increase of $18,360 to the already approved $235,560.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended quote with the increase of $18,360, to be taken from the American Rescue Plan Fund.
Okay, so we're taking this from the ARP fund as well, and so the motion on the floor is to approve the amended quote with an increase of $18,360, again, to be taken from the ARP funding. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next item on the agenda,
Sheriff again.
radars. Talk to us about radars.
Yes, sir. I've learned, we've lost 2 radars in the very recent past. They've, one smoked on the dash, we had to pull the wire out so it didn't catch on fire. We've lost two of them. Some of those were refurbished radars, I'm learning now, when we purchased those. So we got a bid, from a stalker radar, where if you buy 3, they give you a 4th one free. So they're $3,200 usually or so, or $3,300 a piece. So we can get 4 of them for $9,300. So I'm just asking that you help me replace 2 that smoked, and the other 2 will go in the vehicles we've purchased, or that you allowed me to purchase or order for replacement.
Okay.
And we got the quote up here.
I don't have it in front of me. I think it's 9320 or something like that. And that'll be
Yeah,
4
close.
units, 4 new units. They're not rebuilt, they're new. And we're gonna talk to Commissioner Seiler the other day. We're gonna take the 2 that are smoked and send them to see if they can repair them.
Yeah, good.
All right,
Okay, I move, we approve the purchase of radar detectors from Stalker Radar in the amount of $9,320. And that will be taken from courthouse contractual.
motion on the floor is to approve the quote from Stalker Radar in the amount of $9,320 for the purchase of 4 new radars. Is that right?
We'll
Yeah.
get 4. We're paying, you pay for
3,
3,
get
but you get
free.
one comes in. It's the way they've worked out the deal.
For our county deputies. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next is consider approval of payment for the 18th cycle of the West Virginia CFIA grant. And this is for, if you haven't noticed, all the new sidewalks that's going around the courthouse complex. This is our second payment to them. And this one is in the amount of $23,776.17. So do we have a motion to pay that amount to them so they can continue getting our sidewalks done?
Okay, I move that we approve the payment of the invoice as submitted to be taken from the courthouse facilities improvement line item in the amount of what?
$23,776.17.
$23,776.17.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the payment, from the 18th cycle grant for the courthouse improvement, of the amount of $23,776.17, for our sidewalk. Is there any further discussion?
How many payments do we have on this?
I think 2 more.
I don't know, that's a Peggy thing.
Okay,
It's all broken up into the grants, you got it.
okay.
All right, so any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
They're doing a really good job.
I do, yeah, it looks nice. I think it is 4 payments, I think.
We should add it to the federal bill.
You should have Peggy do that, help out with that. All right, so motion, next item on the agenda is consider extension of our COVID-19 leave policy for county employees until July the 1st of 2022. So we had initially, given 80 hours, is that correct? This year, and we did that through the end of this year, December 31st, right? So we're going to extend this, you just never know what variant's gonna come next. For at least until July the 1st, and then we'll take it up again before our July the 1st meeting. So we are continuing to, offer our county employees 80 hours if they, are contracted with COVID.
Or quarantined or.
Because of COVID.
Yeah, because of COVID, yeah, anything COVID related.
Yeah, so we will offer that, we're happy to offer that to our county employees.
You want a motion?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll make the motion to approve the extension of COVID-19 leave, per the memo as presented.
Motion on the floor is to approve the COVID-19 extension leave policy for county employees until July the 1st, 2022. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next item is final settlements and accounting, annual accountings. Anybody want to stay for this? If not, Stan, you want a copy of those?
I do.
I've got a copy here. So
If
you
you,
have that.
right behind you, have you met Tina right behind you? You all, I guess, was working together.
Yeah. Did I do
At
that?
Elks Lodge.
All right.
Well, I mean, when it got released,
All right.
everybody thinks too much of a private thing.
All right. Okay. But that should be everything broken down, by section, what everything's gonna look like.
Oh, all this is mine?
You can have that. I've got another copy.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, you may want to take it to the lodge and show all the members.
We will, I mean, I get calls every day.
yeah. So that's the final thing. Now they're gonna get it ready to put it out to bid.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes, Danny, back.
Hot dog and chili up there, so you get the concession.
No, we're not going, I'm not sure.
Logistics and what we
I
need
think
to
you
do.
dropped something right there.
It's not gonna be a
I'm
lot
not saying-
on that concession.
Just send some kind of paperwork to you.
She
or anything,
will,
or-
do you need anything for that $500,000 for,
I just need a letter.
do we have anything from Midland?
We had,
We got-
we had that breakdown right there,
Where's it at?
right there.
Right here.
Just write down how much you approved
Does
and
that,
from
does that
where.
have an address?
I need to have a amount,
no.
what it's coming out of, and an address to send it to.
It just has the total project on there, so.
Yeah, it doesn't have, you got anything with like your address?
Not with me, but I can get it very shortly.
Yeah.
I'll email it
Just
to
send it
her.
to, send it
and,
to
yep.
her, yeah, like with this, and then we can say that we're gonna do this much on for it. That way she has an address.
Yeah,
Check her.
500,000 out of the ARP money. Okay.
And I don't know if you were keeping up with the governor today.
Wow.
He was gonna spend a lot of money, what'd he spend it on?
A 5% increase for all state employees and a 2.5% bonus.
Really? Wow, I knew he was gonna spend it somehow.
So you wanna be careful if you're gonna say you're gonna keep up with the governor.
That sounds good.
I like
it.
that.
What was it again?
5% pay increase and 2.5% bonus.
He can spend the care, that's the care.
All state employees, yep. All state employees.
More my retirement of that.
All right, final settlements and annual count.
All right, Ron, see
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Do you have any final settlements or anything? Do you make a motion to approve?
I have not yet, I'll put you on.
Whatever.
We got, seven, I'll make a motion to approve 7 final settlements, as presented.
Motion on the floor is to approve the 7 final settlements as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Budget revisions.
We have one, Kathy brought it over.
All right.
Thanks, Kathy.
In-house.
Yep.
Oh, it's for the, hotel motel for the CVBs?
Mhm.
Alright. So we just need a motion to take, from her
Taking 45,000 and putting it in, that's going to the Beverly.
It's because Beverly Heritage Center was paid out of the other 50%, but they had their own line item with their money already set on it. So they're just moving what was taken from the other 50% from that line item to replenish it since they were already paid.
to correct that.
Yes.
Alright, so we need a motion to approve this in-house budget revision, moving $45,000 from Beverly Heritage line item to back to our other contribution line
Okay.
of $45,000.
Okay, I'll move, we approve the in-house budget revision in the amount of $45,000. Move to approve as submitted.
Motion on the floor is to approve the in-house budget revision as submitted for the increase of $45,000 to our contribution line taken from the Beverly Heritage line. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Division of Property and Release Assessments.
We have 7 divisions, and, I mean, those are erroneous, I'm sorry. 7 erroneous, and 2 divisions.
A motion to approve the 7 erroneous.
Okay. to approve the 7 property owners as presented.
Motion on the floor is to approve the 7 erroneous assessments as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And how many division of properties do we have?
Two,
Two.
inside the folder.
Okay. And I'll
We got
need a
distressed
motion
property.
to approve the
2
2 assessments
division of properties.
of division of properties
You're
as
getting it.
presented.
You're getting it. All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the 2 division of properties as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Distressed properties?
3.
3. 3 letters going out for distressed properties. A motion to,
Okay, I move that we approve the 3 distressed properties as submitted.
motion on the floor is to sign the 3 distressed property letters as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Fire fee adjustments? No fire fee adjustments. Payment of the bills?
Got a lot of those, you said that one.